Hey, we're here.
Welcome back from an absolutely terrifying week. Do you want to tell them what happened while we wait for this truck to
I'll start to cry.
Well, don't cry. I didn't die.
No.
Though it was not certain.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're going to talk about healthcare today.
Yeah.
Which, tell them what, you're like, what's that song?
Okay, first of all, we stopped to refill. Yeah. Eric's not really going to drink it because, he's not, but I got mine. And we were sitting there in the drive-thru waiting, and I was like, okay, so we're going to do, our topic is about healthcare. This will be great, super timely. And then I'm like, what's that song? I couldn't think of the word. I'm like, let's talk about baby.
And I'm like, sex.
And I was like,
we're not going to talk about sex.
We're not talking about sex, but we're going to talk about
no,
we're going to talk about health.
People don't really tune in for that.
We're going to talk about healthcare.
Yeah.
Because it is completely relevant and prevalent to our journey this past week and a half. Yeah. So forgive, I will say, both of our appearances, although you look pretty good, huh?
I look pretty good for what I've been through.
You look pretty good through what you've been through. I have to tell you, your color is good. I mean, by the way, you are beat the hell up if you look at your arms.
I had IVs.
Wait, that's still
that's
the
just
gummy?
Stickiness, yeah, I've been trying to get off.
Oh, I have to put some goo gone on you.
So here's what happened. So I just decided to start to have some internal bleeding, which was fine. Not fine, it was fun. I guess, we like to be transparent. We like to tell you that this way.
Nope.
We like to be transparent about things and what's going on in our life. I think that's why people like to tune in. So 25 years ago, I had I'll do the super short version.
Super short?
25 years ago, I had a liver thing. They thought it was a thing called primary sclerosing cholangitis, which, if you know football, that's the football player Walter Payton, who was my favorite football player anyway. Mm-hmm. But he passed away from primary sclerosing cholangitis. It just means your liver scarring up. I don't really drink.
It's like unexplained strictures in the bile duct, which is just like a straw, like lots of pinches in it, which keeps the bile from...
So they thought I had that, and then they thought I didn't, because they were like, well, if you had it, you'd need a liver transplant and whatever.
Prognosis for that is not super great, I think which is why we were like...
So the good news is, I have it again. But I had some internal bleeding because of some just backups of things. And I went through the pipeline, and I'm not fine, but I'm fine.
Could be worse.
Yeah, we'll get into it more on coffee time or something.
But mostly we're going to focus our drive today on healthcare because it's important.
And so we want to show you in Disney's backyard how it works, because I went through kind of the Orlando Health Pipeline. Mm-hmm. And where we're going right now...
I wonder which way I should go.
Go straight.
You want me to go straight?
Yeah. Where we're going right now, this is an Advent Health Hospital right here by Winter Garden Village.
Yeah, this is not where we went, but it's important to know because if you have the Advent...
Yeah, it kind of matters what your insurance is. Mm-hmm. A lot of employers have both. A lot of employers have one or the other. You kind of pick one, or, your doctor maybe is going to be affiliated with one or the other. Mm-hmm. Or an independent. But this is the Winter Garden Village Horizon Advent Health hospital.
I think they call it Fowler's, or maybe it's...
I don't know what they call it, because we told our friend Daryl that I was at Horizon something, and then the directions brought him there.
Yeah.
But he was going to the other one. Now, the pipeline I went through, by the way, beautiful hospital.
It is beautiful. And it is literally right across from Winter Garden Village. Yeah. So our other Sunday drives, we take you through there.
Yeah, maybe just go that way.
Take a left and loop it around.
You actually, if you want to, you can go maybe out the back and go up 535 if you want. Or whatever road that is. However you'll do it.
Okay, gotcha.
But, so you see, you got a medical office building, and I think the Horizon Hospital for Orlando Health is very much the same. So there's an emergency room, essentially.
Are you going, or... Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. It's like he's looking at you like, go, now she's there. Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Hospital parking lots, never fun.
No, they're never fun. And, anyway.
Yes. So there's an emergency room with basically a medical office building. There are some rooms, I believe, there.
Are we talking about, let's go back, you're talking about Orlando
Horizon,
Health.
Orlando Health. We've driven you past that one 1,000 times.
And that's where we started our journey.
Yes. Shout out emergency room people. Oh, my God. The best doctor.
Fantastic.
Best emergency. And you may know this, too. I train healthcare people sometimes in customer service. This guy, he should be teaching, not me. Because, the comfort from the minute, we didn't know what was going on. Mm-hmm. But now that hospital is called, in healthcare parlance, sometimes they call it a drip and ship. And what do you think that means?
Well, I think it means that they don't necessarily have the ward or the unit to take care of you, but they will, through the emergency system, get you hooked up to your IV or whatever medications you need, and then transfer you to a hospital that can accommodate you, whatever your need is.
And that's exactly what happened with me.
Yeah.
So I went to Health Central, which is where we're going to take you now. So Health Central is kind of the Winter Garden main big hospital here. Mm-hmm. So, and then I went down the pipeline to Orlando Regional Medical Center, which is downtown.
Right, and that's the biggie. Yeah. And that's where you've got Winnie Palmer, you've got
those are but isn't Winnie Palmer, isn't that Advent Health?
I don't know, but I'm just saying that's like the hub of hospitals.
Yeah. So,
if you got a problem, that's where you're going.
And both of these systems have the same kind of thing. So they've got the drip and ship emergency room. Like Advent Health has a big emergency room that's not even connected to a medical office building, no rooms, no offices, right there at the back entrance of Disney on Western Way. So that's another piece of the healthcare puzzle. I'll put the map of Disney's backyard up and kind of show you where all the things are. I'll put up the emergency rooms, the urgent cares, all that stuff. The point we want to make to you, in addition to just telling you our story a little bit of the week, is great healthcare here in terms of just the the variety of.
No, I'll go this way.
Well, I mean, you can go whichever way.
Oh, but this way.
Go this way, it's fine.
You know what? Yeah, because you can't turn.
We haven't taken you up this way in a while,
okay,
so
we'll
this
do
is
that.
good.
Okay, cool.
So this is a road that is kind of a connector to Route 50, which we're also going to show you some of Route 50.
Up and down Route 50.
But I wouldn't you agree we've got pretty good healthcare here?
Honestly, I was
in terms of,
I was amazed, and
the amount.
You really are a big indicator. Is there any way you can turn the air on a little bit?
It's going to get
a little loud for a second. Is it? There you go. You turn the climate off.
Very, very selfish that you
know. I just was going to get hot.
I'm going to turn it off in a second, though.
That's fine. You can do it to your mouth. It's fine. So I always try that again. I try to use you as the guideline, especially in your scenario.
Yeah.
Like, I have my own personal pet peeves with the healthcare systems in the sense that I feel like nobody wants to answer a phone and nobody wants to actually direct you. And, I'm like, I would love to do some routine.
We got this thing happening with the
light. It is what it is. We'll turn in a minute. Things that I would like to do, like things where I need to see my doctor, but you can't just call the phone number and have a human answer it. It's like you have to do it through the MyChart. So all of that is great because where I can get frustrated, it was a real godsend to you in your scenario to be able to review the results and the lab results as they were coming in and as they were uploaded into your MyChart. Yes. But back to what your question was, which is, we had outstanding care, and I absolutely completely agree. Everyone, top to bottom, from the first person to the last person. The worst part was just the mix-up in the discharging you, and that taking a little longer than it probably should have.
That's always a thing that happens.
That's okay. If that's the worst thing we had to deal with, that's fine. But
so let's go back to housing for a minute. So the new community right here by Pulte, called Winter Grove, which they're
prepped and ready, getting
prepped
closer.
And ready. So Bradford Creek, right? The back entrance to Bradford Creek is up here, which is a very nice community right off Daniels Road.
It's two phases. The main phase is over here to our left. That's the main entrance. And then there's another section over here to the right.
Speaking of healthcare, rehab hospital right here.
Yeah.
So there's a very nice assisted living place that's kind of on the other side here. That's nice. And then this road, this is just kind of a Daniels Road is one hub over. It's so ironic that we have this light thing happening because it started raining on the way here, and I'm like, I know people don't watch these consecutively sometimes,
right?
But we can't get away from the rain in these drives, and now all of a sudden we've got sun, so I didn't prep for
bring your little paper.
I put the thing there to block the thing.
It's all right.
But we'll turn it
around. Yeah,
it's West Orange Veterinary Hospital, so animal health care there.
They have multiple locations, one here, one at Stony Brook, and one in Hamlin.
Yep. And so, anyway, so
healthcare.
Again, just jumping around on our journey versus whatever. I like so again. You just go for transparency. I'm going to need a liver transplant at some point. One of the things that is, humbling is the right word. So many people have reached out and been like, you can have part of my liver.
So many.
It may not be that kind of thing.
I think
I should be high on the list. Everything should be good. I'm a very good candidate for it. Now that in the pipeline of things, that's not something they do here, so that'll be Jacksonville.
Right, the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville.
So, just, again, if you want to tune into Coffee Time, maybe we'll talk more about it. We'll see.
Yeah, we didn't. It was, other than Christmas, it was the only time we did not do a Coffee Time as planned.
Yeah, no, I felt so bad. I almost tried to do it.
Oh, my God. He tried to convince me. He's like, what if I just set you up on my computer and we just do a real, slimmed down version? I'm like, no. We are all in agreement this is not happening.
I know, but it's important. You all are very important to us. And that's why, we sort of want to get into this, but let me get into where we are. We're on Route 50 now.
Right.
So while over there, this Burger King, by the way, we're very excited about the Burger King.
Because it was a bit trashy before.
Well, they basically tore it down.
They did, and it was...
Did they take it to the ground?
I think they did.
They did.
It was not in the greatest condition. It was never great, candidly, service. It took forever, but... So just
probably still well when they reopened.
Yeah, try just so you can get your bearings again, because that's part of why we do these Sunday drives, right? Or driving Disney's backyard.
Yes, there you go.
Whoa. All right, so where we are, so behind us, if we keep going straight that way, is Claremont. Yep. If I continue straight in this direction, I end up in downtown Orlando.
Yes.
West Colonial Parkway goes all the way down into the city of Orlando.
Technically West Colonial Drive.
West Colonial Drive.
I call it 50.
Do I say Parkway?
You just said Parkway.
I do. You know why? I think of Colonial Parkway.
Yes,
back where we live. Anyway,
Yorktown, Virginia. Yeah.
Thank you, West Colonial Drive. I'm so sorry. Anyway,
so this light sucks.
It does, but if we were to take a right here, we end up right back at that hospital that we were just at, as well as Winter Garden Village would be on our left. So this road, Daniels Road, we're not going to take, but if we were, if we were to take Daniels Road, where we just were, the Advent Health Hospital would be on our right. Winter Garden
Four
Village
Rivers Barbecue there. We're going to do a barbecue challenge sometime soon.
As soon as you can. So here's the thing: you can eat anything now. It's just the body's not really.
My body's like,
It's not really.
We're coming back to go here in a little bit. Amy has a listing that's sold, so we're going to go pick up some stuff.
Yeah, we're going to go pick that up.
So, Route 50 has everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It does. It literally does. And it's, again, you're going to get everything in that direction. You got all the big car dealerships, and that's kind of towards the Claremont area.
See a billboard there for Health Central Hospital, which is what we're going to come up to.
Mm-hmm.
So we sort of jumped haphazardly around. I guess let's focus on Route 50 a little bit. So we're coming on Beulah Road. You see the sign for West Orange High School?
West Orange High School is right over there, down there to the right.
Go Warriors.
Yep, go Warriors. And, school started here for us 3 weeks ago now.
I think 2 weeks.
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Sure.
At any rate, but West Orange High School is down in that direction. As we continue forward, we're heading into Ocoee, not Ocoee, as your GPS
says.
Likes to say. It's Ocoee, Ocoee. And, again, kind of as we travel down it, going back, and again, Coffee Time, we're going to go into, I think, a little bit more detail, as much as you want anyway.
Yeah.
But because it is important to go through the healthcare medical emergency scenario.
Yep.
Not that it's something that we want to be on the forefront of your mind, but it is absolutely important to know what's around you. So again, emergency situation, Eric needed to go to the ER. Closest ER is where you want to go, and for us, that was Orlando Health in Hamlin. From there, we were there for several hours. Fantastic care, but they needed to transfer him via transport, via ambulance. They took him here to Health Central.
Yep.
Now, I will tell you that by the time, this is wee hours of the morning, mind you, hours of the morning, we're at Health Central. I'm here, I think I left at 2:30, 3 o'clock. I went home, slept for a couple hours, came back in the morning here at Health Central. You had already had 2 procedures.
Yeah.
You were that emergency in a situation that it wasn't like, okay, we'll get you comfortable. It's no, we got you in, we got you checked in, and babe, we got you.
Let's be clear, this was some scary stuff.
This was some scary stuff.
I'm saying, this is some scary shit.
And by the way, there's a transport. We're going to let them.
Let's get out of the way.
Let them go on, because we appreciate what you guys are doing.
Yeah. I never had the flashing lights.
You did not have the flashing lights.
I was being dripped and shipped.
But you were being dripped and shipped. But from this hospital, you were in this hospital for a couple of days.
Yes.
And then they did the transport for the additional procedures at the Orlando Medical Center in Orlando Regional Medical Center.
Yes.
Which, by the way, they're doing a lot of construction. I feel like they're always doing construction in cities and hospitals. But it's beautiful.
It's a really nice hospital.
It was a really nice hospital. Again, everybody was exceptionally wonderful. But this is the hospital that we went to. And this is also where years and years and years ago, one of our daughters had a really bad UTI, really bad. And this is where she went as well. So for a local hospital that can service your needs, and this is one of them. Now back to your point, and we kind of talked about it earlier, but we did kind of ping pong all over.
Okay, let me ping pong one more time. Just to say, we're coming up on McGuire Road, another big important road, and that's kind of where we get to Ocoee, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of when you cross there, you feel like you're in Ocoee. Mm-hmm. I don't know, the center of beautiful living, as our friend Jack Diamond. Terry Ward says.
Which we saw not too long ago.
Yes, we did. We got to see it.
So, and up here, there's a Planet Fitness. As soon as we moved here, I used to go to this.
Sunny's Barbecue right there will be part of the barbecue challenge.
Yeah. By the way, they've done so much new renovation and stuff here.
Beautiful.
This section of Ocoee is definitely much improved as far as really prettying things up out here. Anyway, so back to kind of your first point. So the first place that we went to, Orlando Health, they don't have a maternity ward there. Our girls could not have delivered their babies there. So
we went to Celebration Hospital.
Right. And for that, by the way, kind of back to your drip and ship. I feel like that's kind of a negative term, but it is. It's what it is, like flash and trash for musical theater.
Yeah.
So I get it. It's like basically they're going to take care and remedy the emergency of the situation, but then they're going to get you to where you need to go. But it is a huge hospital with lots of physicians' offices there. That's where the pediatrician is for our kids when they needed pediatricians, and now for our grandkids, pediatrician is over there. But they have a lot of different offices there. So depending on what if you need to see an OBGYN, if you need to see a pediatrician, if you need to see an internal specialist or something, all those medical offices are there in that hospital.
Yes.
Now I have a question for you.
Okay.
So in that scenario, is that hospital always going to be a drip and ship?
Well,
or do they build them? Because it looks like it's buildings. It's not hospital rooms.
A lot. You almost see this across the country. It's just here.
Okay.
What they'll do is they'll build the emergency room.
Okay.
And then they build the bottom floor of some things with some other things. And they're just built to go up. Just as the population increases, they just go up and up and up. But it's all about the number of beds and the population and what you need in those situations. We have a nurse and doctor shortage. So another one of the issues that happens is, well, you could build a big hospital there, but you might not have the people, even the specialists that I saw. Sometimes they're at Health Central, and some days of the week they're at Orlando Regional Medical Center, and sometimes they have to drive back and forth.
Okay.
There's just not enough physicians at the moment, and there's certainly not enough nurses. Yeah. By the way, so we'd love you to move here if you're a nurse or a physician.
We could certainly use you.
So we're coming to Health Central now. By the way, you can see, I always love Health Central. You see the Disney influence.
Yes.
Because they tried to make it pretty and fun. It's kind of Disney colors. One more,
Yeah, no, I know. Okay. I was going to point out for any of you that may have probably the unfortunate, moment to have to be in a hospital, there is a convenience factor. Their Walmart is literally across the street. Not that anybody wants to go shopping at Walmart while you have a loved one in the hospital.
Yeah.
But for instance, chargers for phones, it was so sweet. One of our daughters did a care package for him, and she included a big squishmallow as well as a really nice, soft, fluffy, comfy blanket, and that was the best for you.
If you're going to be in the hospital, get yourself a squishmallow.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it was big. It was a big Triceratops. But I didn't sleep for the first 48 hours.
No.
Because the bed was really uncomfortable, just to be honest. Shout out Health Central. Your bed was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, here we are, by the way. I'm going to turn in.
But I mean, look at that. It looks very
Health
Disney.
Central, very
Disney-like.
Disney. And we're going to go in and we'll loop around. And you know what? I don't know if you even knew this, baby, but I followed you when they transported you from the ER to here. I followed the ambulance, and of course they took you back through the ambulance entry.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get out.
Oh, no.
I was like, I can't find them. And anyway, I figured it out. I got where I needed to go.
I know that you did.
Can I tell you something about the inside of this hospital?
Tell me.
I have, and this has been like a Freudian slip, I have continued to talk about you being in a hotel. And this is why. When you go into this one, there are open floors with tables, sofas, TVs. It is so beautiful and elaborate on the inside. It is definitely family friendly when it comes to. I'm just
so.
Where should I go up here? Libra. But it is absolutely beautiful. When you go in, there were so many places where, like for instance, like when I would have to go grab something or go downstairs, you would come out of the floor that you were on. The floor that you were on was very typical. Like that wasn't super pretty and amazing. But when you would come out of it, there would be like this huge, like almost like a balcony area that looked down to the first floor.
Yep.
And it felt like a resort. It is not a resort because you were in some serious health issues there. But it was really beautiful on the inside. So well done, Health Central. Beautiful and very, very family friendly in the sense of
when I do speaking
people.
on things, the Speakers Bureau that I work, one of the Speakers Bureau that hires me out to people, was started by Fred Lee, who wrote a book called "If Disney Ran Your Hospital." It's an international bestseller, billion languages. The idea is if you ran your hospital like Disney runs their thing, it's 9.5 things you do differently. Really interesting book. And I say interesting, and I do think it's a great book. But it's a real balance, and sometimes look out.
I see.
Sometimes when I do speeches and things, I'm like, there was a trend for a long time of talking about make your hospital more like Disney World. Well, a hospital's not like Disney World, but you can make it look welcoming.
Yes.
You can make it look open and friendly and welcoming for the people that need to be there.
It really was.
I see the sign here for we are in a COE.
Yes, we are in a COE. But I will tell you, you did not, thankfully, get the experience of my experience of being in that hospital, and I cannot tell you enough. I mean, just so. You see it. You definitely see a Disney influence there. 100% in everything. I mean, the cafeteria was fine. It was kind of probably average, I guess. But it was really more about the lobby, I guess. Should say the lobby and the additional seating area, which was great because in the course of all this, I still have work. I have two clients that have time sensitive issues that I can't just ignore.
Right.
I would have just ignored them if it was just like my job didn't require that I'm on a contractual timeline. So
and our clients are so nice.
Oh my gosh, so amazing.
But by the way, buying a new house is a life event. So we're not, buying or selling your house. She took this very seriously, and we're very tired.
Exhausted.
Based on all of this, but. So we're going back down 50 now. If we kept going that way, we go right to downtown, and you could actually get to ORMC. Going down that way, that probably wouldn't be the way they would take you. They'd probably get you on 408 and take you that way.
Yeah.
But we got to show you a little 50. Yeah. We got to show you the healthcare system and scenario. I'll tell you, I haven't told you the story. So I went to get a haircut. One of the things that bothered me is I needed a haircut before I got sick. And... a Kidwell, by the way, so my son-in-law would be going crazy right now.
Yes.
I needed a haircut, so one of the things that drive me crazy was just like, you're in bed and your hair's all puffy and whatever. So yesterday I was home. It was the first day I was full day I was home.
I did not get on board.
You did not sanction this, but I was like, I'm going to go get a haircut. So
and I'm like, fine, barber down the street. You can go do that.
But, just like when you started with, let's talk about health, baby, which wasn't that. Music is such an important part of our life, and so I just think sometimes music just gets us, and I didn't tell you this. I got in the car, and I swear to God, the thing that came on the radio was, I just want to celebrate another day living.
Wow.
Right there on the thing, Rare Earth, good song. And I just do. Again, we'll talk about this more, and you're welcome to ask questions or whatever. I have not had a major life outlook change because I have the outlook I already had, which is that I'm the luckiest guy in the world. Look at this lady I'm married to. You wouldn't believe my family. You wouldn't believe my friends. You wouldn't believe you. the people that reach out just because we have, hi there,
Hey there.
don't want to go back to the hospital. The people that reach out,
It's amazing.
there's something about Heart and Home
I
Orlando,
know.
and the people that do reach out to us and become clients and family and friends. I saw the Giordano's at Public
You
TV, and
always
he's
get
like,
to
"How you
see
doing?"
them. That's
Yeah, I
not
know.
fair. You
He's
always
like, "How
see
you
them.
doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I was going to the hospital yesterday."
Yeah.
That's the part I already knew that. So this is not like people get sick, and I'm quite sick, but it's not going to slow us down in the short term. We're going to have a hiccup in the middle sometime where I get a liver transplant. We'll prepare for that. But I celebrate another day of life every day, and I always have.
You have.
And so, thanks. Because everybody that watches the channel, and I know we just think of this YouTube channel as a silly little thing that we do, and we have no idea why you watch. But God, we're so grateful for
Yes.
you, and I'm so grateful for the health. Look how I'm going to segue this and wrap it up. It's grateful for the healthcare that exists here in Orlando. Saved my life. She saved my life because she was like, "No, we're going to the hospital because that's it." Clearly, I was in some peril, and I think a few hours maybe might have done it. So thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
Thanks. And with that, I'll leave you to wrap it up and talk about real estate and whatever else you want to do. And I'm just going to celebrate another day of living.
You know, I
I'm going
did.
to celebrate all these stoplights that are kind of a pain.
I didn't tell you too that when Forrest and I again songs when we first got in the car, James Taylor came on and Shower the People You Love with Love.
Hey.
And so it was kind of like, okay,
Actually, well, let's give them the big song in our family.
oh yeah,
3 things. Jason Mraz.
I kind of
There are
love.
3
Well,
things
first of all,
I
that
do
song,
when
I'm
my
going to play a
life
little bit of
falls
it now. I'm
apart.
going to put up a thing. I'll put a link in the description. That
Number
song
one,
is
I
the
cry my
prescription
eyes out
for how to
and
deal with
dry
something
up
that's
my
difficult.
heart.
And it's perfect. We
Not
can talk
until
about
I
what
do
that meant to
this
us
will my
when we
new
moved here.
life start.
Yeah, the whole thing.
The whole thing
On
Monday.
We'll talk about that on
What's the
Monday. Yeah.
first
That
thing
song
that I do
is really, really
when
important.
my life falls apart.
I sent.
I need to turn here.
Yes. I sent my best friend Daryl, who was a hero, champ.
Yes, Daryl and
God,
Jen, amazing.
I love you, brother. That's my brother. And I sent him a song to send to the rest of you. I won't tell you what that is. Just in case it went bad. But 3 Things by Jason Mraz is perfect. You're perfect. You're perfect. I'm imperfect, but I'm working
You'll
toward
get
perfecting myself as we come here to Wintry Gardens to pick up some stuff.
Yes.
Love you very much, sincerely,
We will see you guys on Coffee Time on Monday.
and see you soon for other stuff.
Yeah. All right, we love you guys. Please stay safe. Stay well.
Please.
Remember, we love you. Happy household.
3 little things